you up-level yourself as a person and you find that, hey, there's actually more money in my bank account and it just seems to be growing faster than it used to. Hello and welcome back to the More to Life podcast, episode 14. Life is a game. Now, I know I took a few weeks of a break, and it's just because I was getting a little too close to burnout, a little too close for comfort, to be honest. But I feel rejuvenated, I feel good, I feel ready to share some golden nuggets and all the goodies. And yeah, so I'm actually so excited to be back. Now, before we get into the main topic, I would love to do the win of the week. Or I suppose it's kind of the win of the month this time, since it's been quite a while. Might even be win of the 2 months by the time you actually see this. So the win of the last month or two is, oh my god, I have had so many subconscious breakthroughs in the last month or two. I will be doing a full breakdown and a full episode, might even be a two-parter, on these subconscious breakthroughs that I've had in the coming weeks. And the reason I've had so many subconscious breakthroughs is because you might remember I mentioned that I invested in a money mindset coach. It was this group coaching program by Helena Donald, otherwise known as Girl Unfiltered. And she has her own podcast. It's amazing. She's amazing. I love her so much. And I honestly feel like a new woman since investing in that program. And I really am excited to do a full episode or two on the breakthroughs that I've had, because I just know that it will be so helpful for anybody else to hear that, because these are things that they're not okay, yes, they are unique to me, but you might hear the things that I've uncovered about myself and you might think, oh shit, like I have this belief too. Or I think something similar might be stopping me, and it might allow you to kind of put the pieces together and realize something about yourself and something that might be holding you back in going after your big dreams. So it's valuable shit. But yeah, I'm just feeling very called to talk about it. I feel like it's gonna spark something in one or a few of you that could literally shift your perspective and change your whole life. And that knowledge is literally invaluable. So, let's get into the main topic for today. The topic of this episode is this concept that life is actually a game. We feel it more because we live it in the first person. It's like happening in front of us. Everything is in 3D. But I really love this concept, and I just think it's such a fun idea, because if you think about it, you up level as a person and you gain access to a whole new field of skills, opportunities, people. I mean, you absolutely will find yourself around more positive people that have more interesting conversations and ultimately have more fun and get more out of their life. You up level yourself as a person and you find that, hey, there's actually more money in my bank account and it just seems to be growing faster than it used to. You up level yourself as a person and you start to attract love into your life, like whether that be a romantic relationship or friendships. And that love is attracted into your life because you have figured out how to unconditionally love yourself because of the sheer fact that you keep up leveling. And for more specific tips on how to unconditionally love yourself, I did an episode, I think it was episode 11, 3 unconventional tips for self love. And I really will give specific tips to progress along that path if that's something that you're interested in as well. So maybe listen to that one after this episode. But then you've also got things like your health and fitness. If you up level your health and fitness, you're going to gain access to high levels of energy, better sleep, elevated mood, because you're fueling your body properly, and therefore as a result you get to enjoy your life even more. So the list of benefits really does go on, but I just think it takes the stress, the pressure, the overwhelm away from you when you see life as a game. And that's why I really like that term of up leveling. Like, you're at a certain stage, you up level, you gain access to better opportunities, better people, etc. We've likely all gone through that phase where we've tried to like clean up our diet or something like that, and then we ultimately feel guilty about it whenever we quote unquote mess up and we put so much pressure on ourselves to show up for every single workout and give it 110% and read as many books as possible and whatever the case may be. But to actually think of your life as a game of The Sims or something like that, which is weird and ironic because technically that is a game that's a simulation of our lives, but let's not get into that whole loophole because we may never get out of it. But in The Sims, you literally read books and you gain a skill point. And then you have, like, let's say you read a book about cooking in The Sims. Your cooking skill goes up to the next level. And now you're not breaking dishes or burning food, and you get access to better meals, more fulfilling meals, and better fuel for your body and things like this. Therefore, you end up healthier and you end up enjoying your food more. Seeing it that way just makes it a lot more fun than, oh, I have to do this workout right now because I know it's what's best for me. Like, yes, we ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, want what's best for ourselves, but we are human. And sometimes we hear ourselves say, well, I have to do this or I should do this because it's what's best for me. And as you say it, you kind of roll your eyes like I just did. And you kind of think, ugh, not today. Like, no, I'd much rather just throw myself on the couch and order like 2 takeaways and down a bottle of wine, you know? And maybe there's an element of self sabotage in there, and that's something we can talk about in the future because a lot of self sabotage and stuff like that does really come from the subconscious. But first things first, a question I'd like to ask you is, where in your life can you make it feel like more of a game? Where can you gamify your life? Maybe you could set up a little scoring system like plus 2 points if you don't have coffee after midday, or plus 15 points if you have a discovery call with a potential client, or plus 3 points if you post a TikTok or an Instagram reel, something like that. And if you do that, then you can set up some rewards that you can exchange your points for. Like your game is your game. I actually called it a game there. What I meant to say was like your life is gamified. You get to gamify your entire existence. And from there, you get to set up a little reward system and exchange your points for certain rewards. So maybe you would put, if you hit 150 points, you can go out for cocktails. Or if you hit 30 points, you do like a little foot spa for yourself. Obviously, you can then categorize them into smaller rewards, medium rewards, and like massive, massive rewards. I mean, like if you hit 10,000 points or something, book a holiday, or like if you hit 5,000 points, book a night or two in a hotel or something like that. It's kind of like, it's a little like money. Whatever the case may be, there you have it. Then you have essentially gamified your entire existence. And maybe that's a little dramatic. You don't have to gamify every little single thing in your life, but when it comes to your goals, it might be one of those things that actually just feels more fun and that you get to do it with more flow. So I ask you this: what kind of game do you want to play? Do you want to play a game of lack and scarcity and always losing? Do you want to play a game of feeling like you can never get it all done, or like you're not good enough to do that one thing or the multiple things that light you up inside? Do you want to stay at the same level for your whole life? Or do you want to move up through the levels? How do you move up through the levels? Or what books can you read? What people can you network with? What workouts can you do? What food can you eat? You know, it really is like life is very it life isn't easy, but it's definitely simple. What do you want to achieve in your life? Okay, do it. Go. What are the action steps? Figure it out. You got this. Like you yeah, like I'm freaking out here because at the end of the day, it is so simple. And we complicate it so much by saying, by, letting those little fears, those little niggling thoughts like, oh, but I'm not sure if I'm worthy of doing this thing or charging this much, or I don't know if I'm good enough to actually take on clients for this one thing, or what if someone says something mean and I can't handle it? Who fucking cares? Fuck them, okay? Is it their life? No. Okay, great. Is their opinion gonna matter when you are literally dead and you've never experience the thing that you want to experience in your life? I'm gonna just suggest that the answer is probably no. So it doesn't matter now. It just doesn't. And like, it's, I mean, it's part of the human experience to experience these fears, but it doesn't have to stop us forever. What action can you take today? How can you make it feel fun? How can you make that one thing that you need to do fun today? And then just do it. Just fucking do it. Oh my god. Okay, I'm kind of getting a little bit of palpitations here because I just got hyped just now. I was not expecting to go off on you like that, but I'm not sorry. Let's move into the quote of the week. So, the quote for this episode is, "The best way to predict your life is to create it." That's exactly it. It's a fucking game. Level up your skills, level up your health and fitness, level up your wealth and abundance, level up your relationships and your fulfillment. But at the end of the day, have fun. There's a reason why there's a very well known saying that life is short. And that's because too many people wake up to this idea way too late in life and they realize, I don't have time to do everything I wanted to do with my life. And they realize that their time is limited. You know, the average lifespan or the average amount of days that humans are alive is just over 27,000 days. And obviously, that starts from the moment you're born, the day that you're born. So, those first few years, they're already a write off. Those first few hundred or 1,000 days are already a write off because, like, you can't remember them and your brain isn't developed enough to know that you should probably live intentionally. And if you've got the, what's that word in The Holiday? If you've got the the gumption, I don't know if I'm using that right, but if you've got the gumption and you want to know how many days you have left if you were to live like the average length of a life, figure that out. So for me, I just turned 25. So what was it? I have it here. I've got less than 18,000 days left based on that formula. Your parents, if they're still around, likely have less than 10,000 days left. So life is short. So make it what you want. And for crying out loud, enjoy it. Enjoy it. All right, so there's no Q&A segment today because obviously this is the first episode back after quite a few weeks. However, I am going to take this opportunity and this time to tell you about something very, very exciting. I am now opening up just 2 spots for one-to-one clients, and this is for high-level life planning. I'm so excited to tell you about this. So, what that basically means is no, I am not a coach, I'm not a life coach, but I am an expert in planning. Planning what, you might ask? Literally everything in your life. I'll be working with these 2 women to create personalized time management plans and figuring out how to work everything into their week on their schedule for maximum flow and ease. And then whatever you want to focus on, whether that be productivity or growth, whether that be personal growth, business growth, whatever your goals are, everything is going to be tailored to these individual clients. We'll also be going through your goals and creating those personalized goal plans where we'll break down exactly what you're working towards, exactly when you need to hit what milestones and what targets. And I will act as accountability too, so that it is a non-negotiable that you hit them. There will also be a personalized lifestyle design plan that we'll work on, which will literally bring you through step by step how to get from where you are now to literally living your best life, whatever your best life looks like. There's so much more as well. We've got a 1-year personal growth plan, which will essentially be a curriculum tailored to you to help you level up in the skills that will serve you in your mission and also will create the life that you want to create. We'll also work together to figure out personalized morning rituals, evening rituals, and these will literally match your personality, your sleep schedule, your goals, everything, personalized habit plan to go alongside your goals, and also personalized training and meal plans if you choose to opt into that. And this will be to maximize your health and fitness in whatever way you want to maximize it. For those of you that don't know, I am actually qualified as a personal trainer, so I can support you fully in that area as well. And on top of that, we've got a comfort zone plan to help you push the limits of your comfort zone gradually so that you don't traumatize yourself, but also to get you to that point where literally nothing can stand in your way anymore. And there's all of this as well as tracking tools, review tools, reset tools, guidance, and plenty of journal prompts along the way to ensure your up-leveled mindset to match your new up-leveled life. So, as you can tell, I'm very excited to take on these two women and support them fully in creating the life that they want to create through literally planning every aspect, taking away the stress, taking away the overwhelm, and the pressure that we often put on ourselves that just makes this nice idea of creating your dream life feel like this heavy burden. I'm taking all the heaviness away for you and literally planning it out so that it's a non-negotiable and it's inevitable. So I'm very excited to welcome these two women into my space and support them at a high level. You can now apply for one of these spots in the application form below. And like I said, there are literally only 2 spots. So they will go quick. So don't hesitate to apply. And like I said earlier, life is short. So if you're feeling a little curious about this or you're feeling called to it for some reason, then why wait? And of course, if you've got any questions at all about this, feel free to DM me over on Instagram at More to Life Kate. Okay, gorgeous. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so, so much for listening to episode 14 of the More to Life podcast. I will see you again. In the meantime, I love you and enjoy your life. Mwah!